Shalom. This is Truth is Everlasting, Lion's Den. I am Yahweh Sap. I camp out with Lion's Den, Hawan Ben Joshua Water in Jacksonville, Florida. But first, I have to give a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the archons, and to the women and children. Kal Halayim La, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Ha Rokah Kodash Mahamav, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and in holy and in truth. Double honors to the 144,000 chosen elect. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawan. Salutation to the archons who are the four corners of the earth, and to the women and children. Shalom. Okay, well, World War III looks like it's getting closer every day, you know. It says here the high alert. World War III, which U.S. soldiers being used in coming war between Iran and Israel, right? They want to force the people in America, right? Food prices are going up, gas prices, rent, right? And more jobs are laying people off because they want you to go into war, right? They got to bring the population down somehow, okay? I'm going to pray only a little bit. Shalakia, the title of this lesson, A Lying Tongue. Here we go.
Sent towards Israel in preparation for World War III, which could happen at any moment. A coming war with Iran that, of course, Israel desperately wants. Benjamin Netanyahu has told us many times in front of Congress that he desperately wants the United States to take out Iran, as we've done in Libya and Iraq. Iran was the third one on his list that he wants us to do that. So should Americans die for Israel's war against Iran? Are we about to see a massive false flag operation that would harm American soldiers? Former CIA agent Larry Johnson joins us now. He has been outspoken on this from the very beginning, that Americans should not be involved in this and we should not be there. And he joins us now. Larry, great to see you. It seems like we're on the precipice.
Yeah, we're staring World War III in the face. This is alarming. The movement of U.S. forces that's underway tells you that the movement of these forces is not a reaction to what happened. It was pre-planned. In other words, because this is not like you call up Domino's and order a pizza. Hey, I need a pepperoni in 30 minutes, and they whip it up and deliver it. First of all, you got all these sailors and Marines that have to be alerted to get on board ships, and those ships have to be stocked and supplied. They're not. Some are sitting there ready to go, but some aren't. If they're being, if they've been out at sea. So the fact that you've now got 3 carrier task force groups moving into that region, plus the one that caught my eye was the announcement that you had this Marine. It's basically a Marine Expeditionary Unit, what they call a MEU. That's a package of about 4,000 Marines, and their job to do what they call non-combatant evacuation operations. So, or a NEO, dump all the military acronyms on you. So we got the MEU doing the NEO, and the NEO is there for, people like in Lebanon or in Israel who can't get out because all the airports are shut. This will allow those ships to go in and load up American citizens and others wanting to flee the region. So that was pre-positioned. I mean, that's what caught my eye. That I think that my own view is there's a preemptive war coming, and it's going to be struck by the West, not by Iran.
Well, we see this too. We also have reporting today from Dave DeCamp over at antiwar.com. Israel considering a preemptive strike against Iran. So this sort of preemption, this idea that they are going to attack and we need to be out in front of this. I think this is really scary for a lot of Americans who are familiar with false flag attacks. I felt like dusting off my USS Liberty hat to wear for this today, to remind Americans the last time in 1967 when U.S. sailors were sat right there and used as target practice, killed by Israel, attacked by Israel, in order to draw the United States into a war against Egypt. Of course, your old organization, the CIA, was actively involved in that, of course, we know. But so are we about to see another USS Liberty false flag operation using American soldiers and sailors sitting there on American aircraft carriers in order to draw us into a war against Iran? What is your sense of that? Or because we're calling it out, maybe we won't have it happen.
So much a false flag as it is that Israel's sort of not schizophrenic politically, militarily. On the one hand, they carry out this pre-planned assassination of the lead negotiators in Tehran. So it's a clear violation of international law. It's a terrorist act. That's what it is. If Iran had done that to Israel, we'd be calling it international terrorism. So let's call it what it is. It was a terrorist attack by Israel. And Israel's been guilty of several terrorist attacks in Iran, but we just don't call them that. Plus, the United States has been backing a group called the MEK, the Mujahideen al-Haq, who is MEK. They were on our terrorist list when I was working the issue.
All right, let's stop at this. You can see, I mean, you already caught the hint. Nothing new about these wicked tiny hats, right? Same thing with the Edomites, who are in power in so-called America, right? They work together, right? It's not that one wants to push the other. They're all doing things behind the scenery, right, in secrecy to promote their wickedness, right? Because if Israel was the chosen people, right, how come Yahweh Shai is not there already? How come the world is not in peace and rejoicing, right? Something to think about. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things do Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. Verse 17, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. I'm not going to go to all 7 of them. I'm just going to go and jump around, okay? As you can see, these tiny heads, that's all they, they've been doing, right? Shedding innocent blood because they want to take more land, right? And take more wealth, okay? No different than what the Edomites in so-called America have been doing as well, right? Raping, robbing, and plundering. I want to go to Psalm 101. Give me a minute. Psalm chapter 101, verse 5. Whoso privately slanders his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that hath an high look, a proud heart, right, a proud mind, and will not I suffer? Oh yeah, they're going to pay the price, all right. Same thing with the Edomites here in so-called America, okay? Because they've been doing this for so long, okay? Now that they have technology that was given to them by Yahweh Bashin Yahweh Shai, they, want to take over the whole world, right? Bring the population down and have, the rest into cyborgs and into slavery, right? I want to go back to Proverbs chapter 6, verse 18. And heart that devises, I gotta hit this, wicked imagination, feet that be swift in running to mischief, right? Mischief, to do bad and evil things. So how can these people in Israel be the chosen people of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai? All they know how to do is wickedness. And they're showing that to the whole world. Okay? Let me jump to, no, sorry, let me go to Proverbs 17, verse 4. A wicked do give heed to false lips, and a liar gives ears to a naughty tongue. Right? But these people, these wicked tiny hats, okay, not only they're wicked, they give false speeches, what they call them, treaties, right? They're always breaking treaties, just like the Edomites, okay? And they're always giving ears to lying words, okay? How to deceive the whole world, right? What was I, 17? I want to jump to verse 20. Slakia. He that has a forward heart finds no good, and he that has a perverse tongue falls into mischief. Come on. This making it clear that these tiny hats and the Edomites, right? They are one and the same. Okay? Same thing with the Chinese, Russians. Okay? They're not out to do what's righteous to the world, for the world. Right? All they want to do is keep destroying, raping, murdering, and plundering. Right? That's all they're good for. They call it defending, but it's really murder that they're in the business in. Let me go to Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. Give me a minute. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Yeah, you shall know them by their fruits, right? Well, let's go to Matthew. Let's go to Matthew for a witness here. Matthew chapter 12, verse, let's start with 36. Verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the days of judgment. Yeah. So while the Edomites and the tiny hats, right, the Chinese, the Russians, and the rest of the wicked goonies around the world, right, think that they're going to get away, escape, high, use technology to fight against Yahweh Shai when he comes back. No. The judgment has been set from the beginning of time. Verse 37, for by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. See? It's a done deal. Okay? They can't run, they can't hide, and they sure cannot escape. I want to go to Revelation, right? A reminder. Let's go to Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Huh? Yeah. Because, they keep going around the world telling people that they're the chosen one. And then the sad part is that 2/3 of our people, okay, promoted that they are when these tiny hats are not. No difference than what part? Oh, like in Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked, right? Yahushua is not here. You know, these tiny hats, you don't see them going out in the highways and byways. Looking for the 12 tribes, calling them in, right? And how come they have a military? Ain't they supposed to be waiting for Yahushua to come with the angels, the host of angels? That's who our army is, right? We don't have no army militant here on earth. How is it they are the true chosen ones, have already technology and a military? When our king is Yahweh Shai, 10 feet tall, dark skinned afro, right? And he's coming back with a host of angels. They're not here on earth. Not all of them, right? You don't see us gathering guns and machinery and technology to go and fight around the world. We only got the Bible. That's what we use. I want to go to Proverbs chapter Slakia. Proverbs, where am I? Chapter 26, verse 28. A lying tongue hates those that are afflicted by it, and a flattering mouth works ruins. Boy, do they flatter big time. Huh? Smooth talk, as they say, right? To divide, right? And then what? Plunder. You know, they go around the world, right, doing this. No different than, what's his name in the Bible? Cain, right? Murdered his brother Abel and became a vagabond and a fugitive, but he's still going around the world doing the same thing, murdering, raping, and plundering. The same spirit, right? The Edomites have it, and the tiny hats have it, right? Let me go to Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people moan. How is it that we're going to say that the tiny hats are the ones, the chosen ones? Right? The world's not happy. Right? The whole world's in chaos. Okay? Crime. Let me jump to verse 25. A man that flatter his neighbor spread a net for his feet. Yep. That's what they do. Okay? They come bringing gifts, right? What they call that? Human rights, right? But when you really look into it, they're talking about their own belief system. Wicked belief system. That if you don't comply, we close down the banks, right? We cut down the food supply. We start war. Because you don't want to be wicked with us, right? You don't want to fight with us when Yahushua comes back with the host of angels. See, that's the bottom line, what they really want. I want to go to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 19. The lips of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Yeah. So, let them enjoy their moment, right? We, the Hebrew Israelite, the so-called Negros, Latino, Negros, and speckled birds, who have been called to do the work in the name of Yahushua, right? Yahweh Bashin Yahushua. We're going to keep doing the work to the best of our ability. We're going to sit back, eat popcorn, watch the movie, okay? And when Yahushua comes back, we're going to see who's the real king of this earth, right? Verse 20. Deceit is in the heart and the mind of them that what? Imagine evil. But to the counselors of peace is joy. That's right. Verse 21. Oops, I gotta hit this. There shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Yeah. They're always planning, man. Every single day. How to stick it to the middle class, to the poor, and to the true children of Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai, the so-called Negros, Latino Americans, and speckled birds. Right? Verse 22, lying lips are an abomination to Yahweh, but they that deal truly are his delight. Isn't that so true? Let me go to Proverbs chapter 19, verse 9. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaks lies shall perish. Yeah. They're going to perish, all right, okay? The Edomite, the tiny hats, they're going to perish. But they're going to come back and serve time for 1,000 years. Okay? For all the wickedness and all the mass murderings they have done around the world. Okay? I want to take it now to Peter. 1 Peter. Chapter 3. Verse 10. For he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil. Come on, man. We don't see the tiny hats doing that. Right? They jump. When you listen to, what's his name, Ben Yahoo? When you listen to him talking and he starts using the scripture, the Bible, then from the Bible he jumps, from the Bible he jumps to the, what they call it, to the Quran. He jumps book to book. Right? And his lips that they speak no guile. Right? No deceit. Man, every time they talk, they speak in deceit. The tiny hats and the Edomites. Right? Who are in power. That's crazy, but that's the snake that they are. Okay? I want to go to Song. Plus, anyway, didn't the tiny hats said that they came in what, in 1948? From 1948, you're going to tell me that they're still waiting for Yahweh Shai? Is he dark-skinned, the one that's coming for them? To set them in rulership? I mean, in 1948, we should have been having peace around the world. No more war, right? Song chapter 34, verse 12. What man is he that desire life and love many days, that he may see good? Verse 13. Keep thy tongue from evil, and thy lips from speaking guile. There goes again a second witness. 14. Depart from evil. Do good. Seek peace and pursue it. They don't pursue peace. The peace that they're talking about is to put everybody into cyborg, right? Put something inside their body, which is against scripture, right? Put a mark. Verse 15. The eyes of Yahweh are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. Verse 16, I'll leave it with this. The face of Yahweh is against them that do evil, to cut off the remembrance of them from the earth. Yeah. He's going to remove their kingdom, their power, the blessing of the sword, right? And he's going to remove them right? The Edomites, the tiny hats, okay, from the power and title that they have right now. Yahushua is going to come back with a new kingdom from heaven, okay? And he's going to bring back his chosen elect, which is 144,000 chosen elect, which are going to be all men. Hope and pray that I'm one of them. And 1/3, right? Men, women, and children. The 2/3 of our people are going to be left behind because they love this wicked world so much, right? They're going to be judged over here, but they will come back to the new kingdom as babies, okay? I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.